Of course. Of course. Carry the two.
Hey, you ready to go? What is going on here?
I'm just trying to figure out why you hate comedy.
Am I supposed to respond to that?
Yeah, I'm crunching numbers. I think you know why we're here. I think you know why I'm doing this.
I'm just going to go ahead and start. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Movie Feuds, the show that lets you decide some of the biggest debates in movie history. This week, Adam and I are taking on that cult classic comedy, Ace
Ventura 2, and I don't know why.
When Nature Calls. Well, Adam, this is our 10th episode. I think, doesn't call for a little celebration? Can we
For 10 episodes, yeah.
Oh, we made it
this
far.
Yeah. 10 episodes.
Never mind.
I'm not happy. I'm a pissed off panda. We're doing Ace Ventura 2. I love that movie.
I know you love this movie.
It's
and
one
I
of
hate the movie. This is why we have a show. I just really don't like this movie.
Wow.
I mean, the first movie was great. I just think that, in the first movie there was a clear point. I think that, he tried, Ace Ventura as a pet detective, tried really hard to bring back the dolphin, but in this movie he just seemed lost all the time. There was pointless comedy.
Look at the bat. He's going after the bat.
Yeah, this is 90 minutes of trying to cram in as many catchphrases from the first movie as they possibly can. Half the jokes don't even land, and it's just hijinks.
Who is this ghastly man?
Ace Ventura, pet detective. And you must be the Monopoly guy.
It's good hijinks. It's Jim
terrible
Carrey in
hijinks.
form. You got the slinky scene down the stairs.
That's incredible! It's gonna be some kind of a record! Everyone loves a slinky. You gotta get a slinky, slinky, slinky. Go, slinky, go!
Oh, man! Can you believe it?
You got the guy doing his balance thing on the stone, and Jim Carrey's shooting spitballs at him. You got some funny subplots like that. He's scared of the thing he's got to find.
Don't you think you should investigate?
There's no reason to go in there. Ever. I sense it as a holy man.
But I thought that you said that
It's dark! I could fall into a precipice.
Here, take this.
Spank you, helpy helperton.
This is like the Nirvana of movies for me. It's one of those things where I'm supposed to
How
like
long have you
it.
been holding on to that,
Everybody else is supposed to like it, but when I finally watch it, it just seems really pointless and boring.
It's like a conversation with you.
No.
It's like this.
All this time, he's like trying to find this bat, and he's trying to bring it back to the two tribes who are now at war. There's some twists and turns along the way, but he just seems so clueless. He's out inside of a rhinoceros, a robotic rhinoceros.
This is the best
for some
scene.
reason.
The whole concept is like layers of comedy, and I'm eating it up like usual. You got this robotic rhino. How did he make this? Where did it come from? That's funny, number one. Number two, there's this family walking by, and they see it, and they think it's giving birth because Jim Carrey's fan inside of the rhino, this tiny little fan stops working. Why is the fan that small? Why is he relying on that to cool the rhino? So good. Oh, it hurts so good.
There's so many pointless parts to this. It's like, so we talk about how this is, he falls out the rhino's butt and he acts like he's just giving birth, and that looks nothing like that. But
It's so funny.
he's just grotesque this entire movie. The first movie, there was some good, clean comedy. He's like the mental patient and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's fun. He thinks he's a football player. In this movie, it's just all like gross stuff. Like, he feeds birds with his mouth, and he like picks bugs out of monkey's hair. He acts like an animal through 2/3 of this movie.
Because
He
that's
acts like
what
the
he
hippo.
relates to. It's his character. He's Ace
there's no
Ventura,
point to
pet
it.
detective.
Jim Carrey is basically the only actor in the entire movie. The supporting cast here just falls apart. There's not even really any big names. There's no it's not like the Einhorn Finkel thing. There's no side plots. There's nothing going on here. So if you don't like him, which I didn't, it's hard to like this movie at all.
Oh, that's your personal taste, but I love Jim Carrey, and this is a Jim Carrey vehicle, and he's driving it to Comedy Land, and I'm with him.
Talking about vehicles, the ending here, he just drives this giant monster truck. Where is he getting all these crazy devices?
It's a little
Why isn't he
ridiculous.
just dropping a helicopter?
It's kind of a joke, but
blow
it's-
things up. We'll just do G.I. Joe style here.
It's a joke by itself. Like, he parachutes in that, or he hang glides in on that one scene. Like, what's he funding to find this bat?
Well, this is two guys here that, you know, we can honestly say we like Jim Carrey, but in my opinion, this movie falls flat.
Hey!
Let's run the clip of the arrows going into the legs. That's all you need to see for comedy. That'll sell you if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't, shame on you.
Don't just stand there! Throw me a spear!
And until next time, this is Movie Feuds. This first movie, they snuck into a mental hospital so you could act like a mental patient. This movie is just a mental patient.
Let's see that again. And it's a slow-mo replay.